in moving from the traditional version of Hinduism to the new modern contemporary version of Hinduism, how is it that the scriptures from the Pandits and the Pujaris are hindering this transition?
Very good issue. I'll be very honest. A couple of weeks ago, I was making fun saying that Yamraj, there cannot be one individual dark black person with a mustache sitting on a bull with a little man saying, okay, when you die, I come and thump you and take your soul away, especially your belly. This is pure narrative, colorful narrative. There is no such individual collecting souls. Even though we have used it in all our scriptures, all our shastras, even the high philosophic shastra like Upanishad, Kathopanishad talks of Yamraj. So you say, oh, it must be real. It's in your shastras. So one individual said, Mr. Lakhani, why do you challenge me? There's no Yamraj. I say, I'm telling you, it's a narrative. You say, but how can you make this? How can you decide? This is how you decide, my friend. I'm warning all our Hindu youngsters, think like this. Adi Shankara has given a beautiful way of relating to spirituality and religion. He says, Shruti, Shastras, is a good way to start. Saying, it's in our Shastra. Means Shastra means kind of scripture that your religion has produced. Shastra. So it's in the Shastra. Start with that, no problem. But the next word he uses is very powerful. He says, Yukti, Shruti, Yukti. Then use your common sense to make sense whether what you hear, how you interpret it is possible or not possible. We all have this thing called rationality. It's a great gift that God has given us. Or if you like, this thing that we possess manifests as rationality. Don't underestimate it, don't undermine it. So anything that you hear in the name of religion, including from Mr. Lakhani, if it offends your common sense, reject it. So this young man said, I want to reject you, Mr. Lakhani. I can't believe that there's no Yamraj. I say, fine, reject it. You're allowed to think like this only in your tradition. And other religions, if you do that, they'll really ostracize you. In your religion, say, use your rational faculty. If anything doesn't appeal to your common sense, reject it, even if it's in the Shastra. So I'm saying the idea of Yamraj that you see in the Shastra is something purely narrative. Don't get fixated. Think there's this literal person saying, I am your Yamraj, I'm coming with these little mates and thump you when you die. It's nonsense. How it flies in the face of common sense. So always keep this thing fully switched on. Shruti, Shastra is fine, Yukti. Other thing initially I must bring in, because the Shastra is a word that's been thrown in my face left, right and center. First of all, Shastra is just a kind of giving, if you like, a title to a particular way of looking at any particular enterprise. Sometimes you can say geography, one Shastra, history, another Shastra, mathematics, another Shastra. In Hinduism, we say an Artha Shastra, we say Nyaya Shastra, we say Jyotish Shastra. We have given this kind of terminology to mean scriptures relating to that particular field of activity. We are fine with that. Again, the Shastras can be, if you like, philosophically oriented or can be ritually oriented, etc. But the most crucial factor that you must remember is this. The reason why the Hindu youngsters struggle with Hinduism is they are not prepared to move on. Shastras, all the Shastras, including the highest philosophy, says it comes with a sell-by date. If circumstances are changing, humanity is evolving, it can relate to spirituality in a different way. Allow for it. Don't say, no, it's written 2000 years ago in this shop, Manusmruti. Don't do that. You are in trouble straight away. You are a living tradition. So the Shastra may have some interesting aspects to it, but don't get caught up by them. Rise above them. This is the important thing. Modern Shastra, I'll give one example. Manusmruti is ancient Shastra, okay, saying, okay, this is how a human being should behave. And then we have, say, Shikshapatri from the Swami Narayan. And this is a modern version of how human beings should behave. So, Manusmruti said, no, the modern one is evolved face of Hinduism. Recognize it and subscribe to rather than get caught up with antiquated stuff. And the most important feature regarding everything I say is use your rational faculty to suss out what appears real or not. Any system you adopt, if it's not well joined up, if the bits that are not reconciled within itself, throw it away. Because that is a jagged system. In science, we do the same.
Does not serve you at all.
If you approach any hypothesis which is not self-consistent, don't waste your time on it. It must be self-consistent. So even the religious ideas we have must be self-consistent for us to allow us to engage with it. So be aware of Shastras and their limitation and this ability to rise above it. And I'm rattling a lot of traditionalists because traditionalists are stuck on the Shastra. The Shastri said so. Then you go with your Shastri. Good luck to you. But I will not advocate it whatsoever.
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जान